All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. Martin Falls here. Very pleased to have with us Mr. Tim Acosta, who's been with Rouses for some 41 years now. He is the marketing and advertising director. We work close with Tim. Tim, good to see you. How are you?
Hey, Martin, good morning. Always good to be here.
What a
good to see you again.
great Monday after a big LSU win, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a great Monday. Now, hopefully, get to make it even better, get the Saints to wrap it up tonight, So
Amen.
Still got another football game to go, so
Amen.
it'll be good.
One of the best college football atmospheres I think I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And I only watched a quarter and a half because my band had just finished playing, but it was electric. It was magical.
Well, it's definitely a great game, and it was awesome. And like my wife and I, we were at home and watched the end of the game, and then after that we flipped the channel and caught the Astros after that too.
Yeah.
So it was another good one,
Right.
with the Astros winning the World Series.
Magical weekend.
Right.
Speaking of magical things, y'all been doing a lot of things in the community. And before we get to tackle hunger, I know a lot of people out there, they think of Rouses as it's a big franchise, which it is. Y'all have so many stores now, and y'all do so much in the community. But just the positive things that y'all have to do and take care of your own house, because Ida, COVID, and your tentacles are so spread out. It's magical that we can sit here and talk about great things after Ida and COVID, isn't it?
Yeah, well, we certainly learned a lot from that too. You always face challenges, and those were some extreme challenges that we faced, but we learned a lot from them, and learned how to deal with the some supply chain issues. We had to think differently, and just not accept the first answer you get from one of your vendors or suppliers that they can't produce a certain product or you can't get a certain product. We would go to plan B and find another product of equivalent and have it replaced with something else. So we constantly had the groceries on our shelves
And
coming
I guess
in for
it
our
helps
customers,
with y'all buying power now with all these stores. It's not like someone who owns one or two stores gets on the phone with a supplier and says, I need this. Which y'all,
Yeah.
what are y'all, 60-something stores?
Yeah, 63 stores. And we have multiple vendors and suppliers all over the country that we can pick up the phone and call with,
So when Rouses is on the phone, people are listening.
Yeah. We even have some additional backup warehouses and so forth too that we tap into when needed, and that's what we had to do during the last couple of years. So,
But y'all did a great job. I remember it was so much going on, and it seems like post-traumatic stress syndrome for a lot of people, because we sort of buried it, but it's still in our brain. And I hope we never have to do that again, but y'all really helped save a community, and we thank y'all for that.
Yeah, well, thank you, Martin. Yeah, we hope we don't have to go through that again, but should any type of natural disaster, emergency, or anything come up, we'll be ready to deal with it again. So
Yeah, good. I just keep our fingers crossed that we don't have to deal with it.
Right.
Let's talk about tackle hunger, because
Sure.
on the next segment, we're going to rehash Tony the Tiger coming into town. Y'all gave money to schools, which was
Right.
well needed, and they were so happy. But tackle hunger's just another thing that Rouses is doing. Explain what that's all about, Tim.
Well, this is in partnership with the New Orleans Saints. It's an initiative that Rouses and the New Orleans Saints are working together on. It's just about trying to collect food to give back to the communities where we're in. And we had several locations throughout our markets where we have store locations at. We had our first one was in Mobile, Alabama last week. We had a tremendous turnout and support from the community over there, and the food collected over there stayed in that community too, with the local food banks of Second Harvest, and that was in Mobile. And then we're excited to
Look at a beer man in that picture.
Oh yeah, that's Michael Lewis. Yeah. We had some Saints alumni that came in, the Saints cheerleaders, Saints cheer crew.
Right.
The mascot, Sir Saint, was even there, Gumbo. And we prepared the bags, as we always do, to support Second Harvest Food Bank. And we just make it easy for customers to help out and support the community. On that particular day, I believe we had over 300 bags that was that was sold and that
What
went
do
to
y'all
the
put
local
in the
food
bag? Are
banks.
they necessity kind of items?
Yeah, we
or
have
they-
the various non-perishable food items. You know, some beans, some rice, some cooking oils in there sometimes. You know, and we have different price points on bags. I believe we have a $5 bag and a $10 bag.
Right.
You know, so but basic groceries in there, some macaroni and cheese, and stuff that can feed a family. You know?
You're gonna laugh, but I'm always excited to see a can of SpaghettiOs. I said that at lunch.
That's an old tried and true brand. Old,
I mean,
yeah,
I love
SpaghettiOs, right?
man. Yeah,
the little
no,
rings, yeah, that's an old item there.
And so, how do y'all come up with? We got about a minute left in this segment. We're going to talk 2 more segments after. But how do y'all come up with these types of ideas?
Just through our planning and just thinking what we can do and support the community. You know, we sit down, we talk, and Donnie, you know, we get everyone's input. And but this one here, just at the very beginning when we was talking to the Saints, it was a collaborative effort. You know, they had a truck, a box truck, and we had graphics developed that promoted the Tackle Hunger campaign. And so the box truck will come out there and the groceries collected, we'll load the truck, and then from there, it'll go straight to the local food bank.
And I can imagine as we go to a break with the Saints marketing team and y'all marketing team, that y'all always going to come up with something that's pretty productive. So good to see local people with such an organization. You said 63 stores, more on the way. Mm-hmm. And I always sort of remind the public that when we're talking about Rouses, and they do in programs with Kellogg's and the Saints, and people are going, man, they're dealing with some heavyweight. Well, how about the Saints and Kellogg's are dealing with a heavyweight? So that's the way I look at it, because Rouses has really, it's just a mindset of expansion, but what a success story. I'm sure there's a few in Louisiana, but y'all are on top of that list.
Yeah, I'd say we're right up there at the top. You know, one of the we employ over 7,000 team members, so we put a lot of people, give a lot of people the opportunity to support their families and to join our team with locations all across the Gulf Coast. We go from Lake Charles, Louisiana, it's the furthest west we are, all the way to Mobile and Orange Beach, Alabama, right at the Florida-Alabama line. You know, so so it's a wide area. And within that, as we've grown, we went back and we're continuing to do and build a couple of more stores we have coming online next year. So one of them that we're proud about is a replacement store for our Rouses Superstore right here in Houma. So since that store was built, when we opened that store, I believe it was in the late 80s, a lot of things have changed, you know, a lot of new departments and new services. And so we're bringing everything that we've been adding into our other locations.
Wasn't that the original? The C-Rose was
C-Rose was Mr. Rouse's first grocery store that he opened. And that was in 1960, which is right literally in the same
When
parking
I
lot
worked for
right
Mr.
there.
Buquet, paying my way through college, and I worked for Buquet Distributing, and I used to go talk with Mr. Rouse, and
Yeah.
I
Used to
told
deliver some
Donald,
beer to him,
I
yeah.
told Donald one day, you know, me and your dad used to joke around and tell jokes, and Donald said, "Did he laugh?" I said, "Yeah, he laughed." He goes, "Well, you might be one of the only ones."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was always in them warehouses and all, checking everything out in the
Yeah.
back, making sure we didn't have too much extra.
But isn't
Stock
that
and so forth.
sort of the mindset? You had a predecessor and a guy that was a stickler
Yep, it's
about things,
still
and
like
sort
that
of
today.
the trend was set.
Right. Yeah. Mr. Rouse, he definitely he had his vision, and then Donald continued it, and now Donnie, our CEO, third generation, is continuing to do so too. So
Yeah.
and we're still a family-owned business. You know, third generation is leading the company with Donnie, Allie, and then also some of their other cousins. You know, my sons Nick and Chris,
Right.
and then nephew Blake. You know, so
It's a family
actively
affair.
involved. Yes, and everybody's working every day and to take care of the business and take care of the customers.
That's good. I want to get back to Tackle Hunger before we morph into a little Tony the Tiger, but let's talk. You got Garrett Hartley coming in?
Yeah, as part of the deal here with the Saints, they're bringing in some, they call them the alumni, like some players from the Super Bowl team
Right.
and all that, you know. So we mentioned earlier, I had Michael Lewis last week in Mobile. Garrett Hartley's coming here to Houma, which is going to be at our Rouses on St. Charles Street this Thursday. It's going to start off at 7. We open at 7. So
Right.
from 7 to 1, I believe. So they'll be there. and we have some other former players. I believe Jim Dombrowski's another one that's coming in one of the Metairie locations, and I'm trying to think what was the other
Jim's
one.
one of Bobby Hebert's good buddies.
Yeah. The big lineman. Yeah, so we got him. Josh Hill's another one. You know,
Yeah.
the former tight end.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah, so you got a
it'll
good
be
little
good.
lineup, and yeah. So that what will they do? They'll just come and sort of sign autographs or do whatever.
Just to meet the fans, meet the customers, and you know, people still like to talk about that championship team. You know, so the year they won the Super Bowl, and yeah, so they on hand just to assist, and it's just a great feeling. Everybody's together. You know, people want to take pictures with them. They're welcome to do that too. A lot of photos taken, and especially with the cheer crew and all that.
People
and the
can
Saints
take
mascots.
pictures with you and Donnie.
Well, I don't know
and
about that,
whoever.
but yeah.
Y'all
I don't
celebrities
know
too.
who wants to get them, but yeah, we're happy to do so.
There you
So,
go.
yeah, right.
Let me ask you, because a few weeks ago we went cover Tony the Tiger as he made his way to Rouse's headquarters, and that's Kellogg's, man. That's big time, but that's once again showing you that all these national brands are getting teamed up with Rouse's, but y'all were able to give some good money away locally.
Yeah, that was a great program that they came to us with, and we saw the opportunity and was able to benefit one of our local schools right here in Houma, Grand Caillou Middle School, and then that was at our new corporate office, and it was just a great day. The folks from the school were very excited. Kellogg's was happy to be down here. Tony the Tiger was prancing around the office, and then he also visited a couple store locations while he was in the area too. So, but just we're always working. Our customers always first, you know, giving back, and that particular program was part of an overall national that we was able to get it down here and to help the kids in the schools with playgrounds and so forth to keep them active and sports related. So
Look at
yeah.
Tony Prancer. You said that right, Prancer. He gave books away too.
Right,
That was
books.
big time. So it was a great day for Grand Caillou Middle School. They got a check. And I
Right.
guess the reason we're doing these
Check that and books too for the
Yeah,
kids to read
right.
too. So yeah.
And that's just one of many, many, many things you all do. And what I thought, we'll take a break. When we come back, I wonder if Tony made it to Donnie's office. Do you know if he made it to Donnie's office? Did you see Tony just opening the door and say, Donnie, I'm here?
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
We'll take a break. When we come back, let's talk in general terms of sort of the strategy and where y'all want to go from here. People would be interested in hearing that. 63 stores. 63. I say that. Y'all
And that's
do-
not including the ones we have under construction right,
Right,
now.
right.
Too. So
Yeah.
yeah, we have 4 more going under construction right now. Plus, it was just announced a week ago about a new location going into Picayune, Mississippi as well. So
That's incredible.
yeah,
Thanksgiving's right around the corner,
right.
and I can imagine how busy it gets around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Any announcements around Thanksgiving time?
Well, I mean, Thanksgiving, we have our Thanksgiving ads coming out this Wednesday, and we're going to have a great offer on our turkeys again. So just be on the lookout for that. And and I'm happy to say that the offer is going to be the same offer as we did a year ago, you know. So everybody's kind of talking about the prices and all that going on right now. But we're doing, we're constantly every day, you know, keeping our prices in line. You know, we constantly checking our competition. We're constantly challenging our suppliers and vendors to keep the cost of goods low too, you know, so we can keep them low for our customers too. So, but no, we got plenty of turkeys for Thanksgiving. We have a great offer, a great sale, and we also, for folks who don't want to completely, you know, cook their whole meal, we have fully cooked dinners and sides available too, as we always have in the past too. It's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be a great holiday. A lot of folks are just ready for it, and you know, it's 2 weeks away. The year's flying by right now. So
And of course, you know, we were in Thibodeau last year for our gobble contest, and it was magical to see some of these people. And look, it cracks me up because some of these people I know very well, and they're in the very professional job roles. But when you ask them to gobble,
oh yeah, they're ready,
gobble.
ready to gobble.
some are good and some are not so good.
Well, that's why you have the contest. You know?
Right.
So yeah.
So I think we're going to wait on word from you on which store we're going to go in this year, and then we'll announce it. But That's always a fun time.
Yeah, no, it's always fun to. I mean, our customers enjoy that. They really do, enjoy that, and everybody always likes to win something. And hey, around Thanksgiving time, everybody wants to do. They'll do anything for a free turkey,
Yeah.
So it's good.
And just to do this, with about 4 minutes left to this segment, we talk about Rouses, we talk about the corporation. I remember when I first started doing business with you guys years ago, Donald, Donnie, and yourself. Donnie was young way back when. He's grown into that role.
Right.
But what a role it is for the community. And how do you keep that going? That's massive.
Well, you just gotta, I mean, we have a great team. Donnie, and leading the company has done an outstanding job. Getting the right people. We've promoted from within. We've had folks that have been with us in our operation side. Mr. Clint Adams has been with us a long time. We have a lot of great people that have been with us a long time in our stores, taking care of our customers. But then he's also done a great job at bringing in industry leaders, from other companies to join our team too. That has helped us and continuing to help us to grow.
Yeah, I think of the magnitude of it. When everybody has their own favorite store they go to in their area, but when I walk into your store on St. Charles and I see the magnitude of the food and the people changing things, and I think of that 63 times. It's
yeah.
mind-boggling.
Yeah, we deal with that every day, and it is. But you got 63 stores, you got 63 teams. And you have everything's broken down into regions. So it doesn't just automatically happen. It's a lot of planning, a lot of preparation. The category managers, our buying teams, and the store support office is constantly on the phone, making sure we have the products rolling in. If we have issues where if something would be short, we're on the phone right away to supplement that with something else. So, yeah, it takes a lot, but it all rolls back to a lot of everybody pretty much knows what their marching orders are, and taking care of the customers in the stores. Right here in Houma, we have Mr. Bert Knight, who's been with us quite a few years at the Superstore. Mr. Brian Knockan at the St. Charles store. Mr. Russell Claymore on the Village East. It's all people that have been with us a long time, over 20 plus years. Some of them even 30 years. But it's a great company. It's a great company to work for. We have a lot of great team members, so we can't do it without the team members. So, and everybody knows how to take care of that customer, and they all know that number one mission is just to, take care of the customer service every day, and always offer our customers best quality and the best price.
I'll say this real quick. Y'all are really like a national company, but y'all keep that local flair, and I think that's the magic of it.
Yeah, well, we're here. I mean, we're right here, and we're constantly on the phone and in the stores every day. So.
And you're accessible. We got about 40 seconds left. Once again, Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday morning, Rouses on St. Charles Street right here in Houma. We open up at 7 a.m. We'll have bags ready. Saints folks will be out there. Saints mascots will be there. And so come on out and help support the community and the local Second Harvest Food Bank. So, and also the food collected right here in Houma stays in the food pantries, benefited from Second Harvest Food Bank in Houma as well. So that's important too.
Tim, thank you so much. Thank Donnie. Thank Donald. Appreciate all your crew for what you do. And we'll be out there on Thursday.
All right. Thank you, Martin.
Tim Acosta, once again, Marketing and Advertising Director at Rouses. And we hope to see you Thursday, St. Charles Street in Houma.